Now this is a very ranking video that this will be a 20 ranked video, 20 ranking theme video, 20 animated movies from Disney that I should get. Now, this is not from favorites. I'm just gonna pick 20 different Disney movies that are animated that I should add to my Vudu movie library, especially Movies Anywhere, because I have an account for both Vudu and Movies Anywhere. Before I get started with this, I just want to take a moment to say that now, before coming into this month, I mean, well, I was hopefully doing June, perhaps, but I was considering going to include The Little Mermaid and The Lion King for this video, but unfortunately, that is actually off the. Actually, that would no longer be the case because just want to say The Little Mermaid and The Lion King were recently added to my digital movie collection, my Disney digital collection. So, with that being said, they will not be appearing on, or make an appearance on this list, as they were. Well, yeah. Well, I got The Lion King recently, earlier this week, and then Little Mermaid was added to my digital collection prior to last week prior. So, with that, let's get. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to mention that I won't be focusing on any of the Disney movies, the live-action Disney movies, because that's a list by itself. And just keep in mind, before I get started with this list, keep in mind, I have Lilo and Stitch 2, Robin Hood, Frozen and its sequel, 101 Dalmatians, Cinderella and its animated sequels. Those are animated. Bolt, The Night Before Christmas, the third Beauty and the Beast movie, Tangled. I won't be focusing on those movies since I have added those to my digital movie collection. I'm also considering Pixar, but all the movies shown here will not be considered because since I can watch them on Vudu or Movies Anywhere, but any Pixar films that is missing, I do not have on Movies Anywhere or Vudu, will be up for consideration. With that said, I will meet you over to Disney Plus and pick the 20 animated movies, whether they appear Disney ones or Pixar. I'll see you there. I'm also going to be tie cards with starting with number 20. So number 20 will be Encanto. So, I've seen Encanto in theaters back in 2021. It can't resist of miracles. I mean, from the music is wonderful, like Surface, where the most Mirabel's older sister, the one with the muscle, the strength, could lift up stuff. Her eldest sister with the flowers. One of her cousins, like, can hear everything. And then another cousin, like, has the ability to impersonate all the other members. And there's the youngest one with the animals. And then there's Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, they don't talk about Bruno. But what you get is, and the music is wonderful, the animation is beautiful. It's like, Encanto has that Colombian culture behind it, connection. But yeah, it's pretty good. I have seen this in theaters, but I hadn't seen the whole movie in its length. But hopefully, I'll get Encanto on digital. I'm using For Vudu whenever I get that chance. Number 19 is Fantasia 2000. Yes, I've watched Fantasia 2000 like from time to time. It's one of the animes, an anime film that I like to watch here and there. It's one of the ones that this Pastoral Symphony appears in this one. The only Fantasia segment. You also get Beethoven's Fifth. Let me say, because I also want to make sure that Fantasia 2000 has other segments that I need to keep in mind. Because Fantasia 2000 is like a package for me. Symphony of Notre, you have the Pines of Rome, which is the whales, and you have Rhapsody in Blue. Design style Alberto was known for at the time. You also have the Pinocchio Concert 2. It's like the Satisfaction Soldier story, and then the Carnival Animals, you have the Flamingos. You know, Mickey Mouse tries to use magic, and Yen does not approve of what Mickey has been doing. Mickey doesn't even know how to control the magic, and then we have Puppet Circumstances. Donald plays the role of gathering animals to the Ark, and Daisy plays the role as his wife, and then we have the Fire Suit, the 1919 version, where Spirit is woken by Elf. Then she maybe wakes the spirit in the volcano and destroys the forest, and restore the forest after it was destroyed. But yeah, Fantasia 2000 deserves a spot on this list. It's like 77 minutes. One of the easier Disney movies to sit through, anime films that can sit through. But we have apart from the live action successes, we have Steve Martin, the late Angela Lansbury, Penn and Teller. We'll also put in that episode from Hollywood Squares, You Fool! Which I'm not going to continue going to details here. That's when we focus on Disney, and then we have Bette Midler and some other people. But you get the idea. Anyways, that was Fantasia 2000. It's a beautiful one, but I still personally enjoy Fantasia, which we'll get to. Number 18, Wall-E. Wall-E to me is pretty sure I consider Wall-E to be an underrated Pixar film to me, because now I haven't been watching Wall-E that much, but I sure hope to add Wall-E to my digital collection someday. Apart from it was recently added to the Criterion Collection list. So pretty much Disney was being honored when Wall-E was getting the Criterion Collection. But enough about the Criterion Collection. Well, you see, we have Wall-E goes on a fantastic journey with Eve, and they fall in love. Like, Wall-E's a lovable robot, doesn't speak, and of course the humans in the movie are a beast, fat. But not much else to say about Wall-E though, because I recently added Wall-E to my DVD collection recently, but I'm hoping Wall-E will be added to my Movies Anywhere and Vudu collection once I can watch on digital. But I can still watch it on Disney Plus regardless. Number 17 is Peter Pan. Now, I watched Peter Pan recently, but I still enjoy Peter Pan nonetheless. But one of my favorites. Yeah. Peter Pan recently hit its 70th anniversary in 2023. At the 49th anniversary when it came out in 2002 first. And then 2003 was the 50th anniversary. Then Peter Pan would resurface for the Diamond Edition, no, Platinum Edition in 2007. The 56th anniversary. Or the 54th, and then the 60th anniversary in 2013. 5 years later, 65th anniversary with the Signature Edition. Peter Pan has been released on Blu-ray for a second time after its first release in 2013. But I really do want to have Peter Pan join my digital collection, whether it's on Movies Anywhere or Vudu, because it's one of my favorites. I hopefully will get to add it to my collection someday, but Peter Pan is definitely a movie I'm going to enjoy again and again. It's you know what I say, the tale where he never goes up, and then they go Neverland. But you get the idea. Number 16, Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp is another Disney anime movie from the 1950s, along with Peter Pan and as Wonderland, which I will get to eventually later on this list. But now, Lady and the Tramp I have on Signature Edition, but I was going to. I should have redeemed the code, Movies Anywhere code sooner before. But I never got that. I missed out. But could have added it to my digital collection. But it's Jim Deere and Darling gets a puppy as a gift. Jim Deere gave Darling a puppy. There was this one line was like, "What a perfectly beautiful little lady! What a dog!" An 81-minute movie that deserves to be on spot in my Disney digital movie collection. Although Disney Plus is an option, but there's always another way. Hopefully I will try to get this on my Disney digital collection when I do get the chance. Number 15, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Another underrated animated film of the season. One of the least viewed animated films I know. Because apart from watching The Lion King, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast, I like to watch those. But The Hunchback of Notre Dame for 1996 is another anime classic that I want to add to my digital collection. Although I have the 2013 Blu-ray, its sequel. Now, The Hunchback of Notre Dame can be dark at times, but obviously to help a beautiful gypsy named Esmeralda. I think the subject matter The Hunchback of Notre Dame has probably be too dark to get the G rating nowadays, but I assume that the G rating is status as the G rating film is quite questionable. But the thing is, how did Hunchback of Notre Dame get away with the G rating? Nonetheless, the decision was. I'm not really sure if the damage. In fact, it would be necessary to say the damage is done, but it is what it is. It stays as the G rating. There's no way to change it, but yeah, hopefully this Hunchback of Notre Dame would be added to my movie collection. Disney Movies Anywhere, especially Vudu. Number 14 is The Fox and the Hound. The Fox and the Hound. We have Copper, a hound dog, befriends a fox named Todd. They become best friends. But however, they were unaware, they didn't know they were supposed to be enemies until they get older. And then those days as friends before would be over as they get older. The Fox and Hound is another underrated gem to me. Well, yeah. But this is another of those anime. This is one of those 80s, 1980s films that I definitely want to add to my Disney my Movies Anywhere library, especially Vudu. But yeah, The Fox and Hound is another one that deserves a spot on this list. Maybe it's already been like 42 years since 41 to 42 years since The Fox and Hound has been out, since 1981. But it is a Disney anime classic that deserves to get a viewing. Number 13, Bambi. Bambi I've watched recently. Bambi's another film that needs no introduction, like the other anime films I've gone through so far on this list. Now this one, Bambi, the little critters and the rabbits got to see the cute little deer named Bambi. This was my side, and we got to see an older Bambi, an older Dumper, befriends Dumper, and also befriends a skunk named Flower, and then Flower, Dumper come across a female counterpart of the same animals, of the two respectively. They also have the great prince of the forest as well. Bambi is an easy one to sift through with 74 minutes, and I've yet to get this on digital, but hopefully somewhere down the line my Disney digital movie collection will increase with Bambi in the collection. And Bambi will be one of those films that I'll hopefully get to add soon. Number 12 is A Bug's Life. Now this is a Pixar film. A first appearance of Pixar. Now for this Pixar film, you have this army of ants. And then they try to make a pile of food for the grasshoppers to take, but when Flick accidentally goes down to join when there was a gathering with all the ants, Flick, one of the ants, accidentally caused one of the little rocks to fall out of the pile, the stick thing, and then the food disappears, and then he's up to defend himself and try to do whatever it takes to get the food back to the grasshoppers before they go after them. Anyways, also voiced by the disgraced Kevin Spacey, but I still enjoy Bugs Life regardless. Kevin Spacey is known to playing bad guys in films he started, but The Bugs Life was released 19 years before Kevin Spacey's before the controversy surrounding Kevin Spacey started. But A Bug's Life is the second Pixar film feature length. So I have all the Toy Story films, but A Bug's Life definitely needs to add. Well, actually, second appearance for Pixar at least at number 12. Yeah, it's number 12. But anyways, next movie. Number 11, Mulan. Mulan has a Chinese connection because there is a Chinese themed anime movie. Now this one, Milan does whatever has to hide her identified to take her father's place in the army with one man in every family. She has tried to save her family's honor, basically. Now, Milan's another Disney movie that I want to have in my Disney digital movie collection someday. Like with the other movies that shown so far. You sent me a picture of Kitty! So many cats. I mean, it's a black kitty. But anyways, sorry about the distraction. Somebody on Instagram. But yeah, with a 96-minute movie like Milan, it definitely deserves a list like this. Number 10, The Aristocats. The Aristocats is mostly a Disney cat movie because it's one of the early films, one of Disney's first film after Walt Disney's passing, after The Jungle Book was released. But The Aristocats earns a spot on this list. I have yet to get this on digital, which I want to do. Now, it has Duchess, a beautiful white cat, has 3 adorable kittens. One of them is also the same color as her, but the 2 male kitties that she has are different colors. One's orange and one's gray. And they're kidnapped by a greedy butler, and they try to go back to beautiful Paris, and then they get kidnapped again. With the help of a little mouse and Thomas and Melody and different cats. Now the Aristocats, from what I told, had like a racist moment with the Siamese cat. Asian stereotype, like with the Lady Tramp, and that I did not mention during that entry, and then Peter Pan, well, no. Some of these movies do have racist moments that you want to forget about, that Disney wants you to forget about, but apart from that, and then you have that scat cat, one of the cats have the Italian stereotype, but enough with the racist things, but apart from the racist things that Aristocats has, but it's still enjoyable with an 83-minute, and the first animated movie that Disney's done without Walt Disney after his passing. But The Aristocats is a Disney movie I definitely want to add to my digital collection somewhere down the line. Number 9 is Beauty and the Beast, the anime classic. Beauty and the Beast is one of the more favorites, one of my personal favorites. Most viewed anime films I've seen in the 90s. Along with Aladdin and The Lion King, which Aladdin will appear in this list later. We'll get to that in a moment. We'll get to that in a bit, but The Lion King, though, is another one. But although I did say that The Lion King does not have an appearance on this list because I've recently added to my digital collection, but Beauty and the Beast makes an appearance. You see, there's this prince who turns into a beast, and then he's waiting someone who will love him in return, and break the curse. And then Belle has discovered the mysterious beast in this beautiful castle. And you have different people who are under the curse turn into different objects, and the dog has been turned into an object as well. Beauty and the Beast is one of the Disney anime classics I want to have to my digital collection someday. Because some of the Disney movies that are part of the single tradition, like The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, oh no, not Aladdin, Lion King, Cinderella, and The 101 Dalmatians are up there. hopefully someday Beauty and the Beast will join that honor. Number 8, The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book is another favorite of mine. And the last Disney anime movie that Disney has produced, if I'm not mistaken, it's that cat. Let's not get distracted. The Jungle Book, I just want to make sure that the Jungle Book has... I'm focusing on the 1967 movie, by the way, not the live action that Disney's done. So the Jungle Book was the last Disney movie to be produced by Walt Disney himself. He died in production, by the way. So Mowgli is raised by wolves in this Indian jungle. Bagheera and Baloo will do whatever it takes to guide him. Will try to convince him to leave the jungle before Shere Khan makes his appearance. Get him into the village. Well, they succeed in the end after they took care of the tiger. Yeah, the Jungle Book has not have a spot in my digital collection just yet, but hopefully the Jungle Book will. It's an anime classic that cannot resist getting in there. But hopefully the Jungle Book will someday earn a spot in my Disney digital movie collection. Number 7 is yet another anime classic from the 80s. It's Arbor Company. So basically, the Fox and the Hound isn't the only Disney anime classic from the 80s to appear, because Arbor Company makes their appearance. Now in Arbor Company, you have this little cat named Arbor. It's the other little kitties were adopted, and he found this dog called Dodgers. Yeah, and then we also get to meet this other group of dogs. He's part of this. Dodgers is part of this group of other dogs that. And we also have Tito, Georgette, and some other faithful canines. And then Arbor becomes the pet cat to this young lady called Jenny. But anyways, Arbor Company is a 78-minute movie. It's pretty easy to sift through. But it's also one of those underrated anime classics to me personally, because I haven't been watching Arbor Company, but hopefully I'll have this in my digital collection when I can add it to it, because hopefully someday it will. Number 6, Sleeping Beauty. Where to begin with Sleeping Beauty? Sleeping Beauty is another Disney anime classic that I enjoy. It's another favorite of mine. Now, in Sleeping Beauty, the fairies gives the gift. One is gift of song, gift of love, and then the other one. And then one of the fairies, that Maleficent, places a curse on Aurora as a young newborn. And what do they want to do? And the purpose of this is Maleficent hopefully have Aurora touch place the finger on the tipping of the spinning wheel and die. But Merryweather says, when true loves kiss, the shouts shall break. Of one Prince Philip. Sleeping Beauty is a beautiful anime classic. It's like most of the 50s. And Sleeping Beauty was one of the most expensive animated films to be made during around the time during the 1950s. But Sleeping Beauty is another anime classic that should add to my digital collection on Movies Anywhere and Vudu. So hopefully Sleeping Beauty will get there. Number 5, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Obviously the Disney movie that's the anime classic that started it all. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was also a success at the box office. As Walt Disney was coming off the success, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is always one of my favorites. And once Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is added to my digital collection, I'll be able to watch it again and again. One of the easiest Disney movies to sit through. And with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in my digital collection someday, it will be fun. And it's also Disney's first anime classic, as it's true, it's the one that started it all. I guess number 4 will go Dumbo. Yeah, so number 4 belongs to Dumbo as Disney's shortest anime classic because of its 64-minute runtime. Dumbo is a anime classic that has Dumbo. You meet Dumbo. Uses his ears to go into fame. But the other big elephants just makes fun of him because first they shock and then they just laugh at him. They just own him, and then he gets revenge at the elephants after what they've done. But yeah, Dumbo, I just want to have in my my digital movie collection someday. It would be nice, but despite it's available on Disney Plus. But yeah, it's a movie that needs no introduction. Number 3, Alice in Wonderland. This anime classic from the 50s is also one that I want to have to my digital collection someday. Now, Alice is curious about this white rabbit, so she goes after the rabbit. But she enters this Wonderland place, and we have a doorknob. She meets these 2 creatures, the Bouncy. We have Morris, and this guy who goes after him. We have the Mad Hatter and the rabbit, the pink and purple kitty, the Cheshire Cat. Who was not... Basically, he wasn't that evil, but... he was just trying to lead Alice to this play. We have the cards, the Queen of Hearts, the King of Hearts. Man. Anyways, Alice in Wonderland is another anime classic that I personally enjoy. And having it in my digital collection someday will be a nice nice addition. Number 2 spot, Pinocchio. Pinocchio is Disney's second anime classic, and Geppetto is known for made a wooden boy called Pinocchio, and then he starts talking. And then his costumes, Pinocchio's costumes would be Jiminy Cricket. Pinocchio yearns to become a real boy, and we have Figaro, has a cute little kitty, and then we have Cleo, a fish. both appeared on a cartoon before. Jimmy Cricket would also appear in Final Fantasy 3 as well. So Pinocchio is not the only anime classic that Jimmy Cricket. Pinocchio's appearance in this list. Yeah, Pinocchio is another Disney anime classic that I need to add to my digital collection. Yeah. It is another anime classic that needs no introduction, but hopefully I'll get into the collection someday. Now, between all these Pixar films, and the Disney movies that I've seen so far, before I reveal the number one film that appears on the list, we're going to take a look at the movies that were honorable mentions. Aladdin. Story with Aladdin falls in love with the princess Jasmine, and we also have the genie, voiced by Robin Williams. It's the first time. It's the first time. The first honorable mention. How many honorable mentions did we get? Just one. Let's see. The Lion King 2 and the Lion King 1.5. The Lion King collection on digital would not be completed without the sequels. Pocahontas. And honorable mention 4, The Sword and Stone. Tarzan, another honorable mention. What's another honorable mention that I need to do? Hercules, that's another honorable mention. Now, back to number one. The number one spot for this list is going to be Fantasia. Fantasia is one of Disney's longest anime classics as of 2023. But anyways, so far there is, sometimes you have, let's say, now Fantasia is basically Bambi, the first one, as close, and then we have the Nutcracker Suite. You have Night of the Nutcracker thing, and then we have the Chinese dance. Then we have the Russian dance, the Arabian dance, and then some other ones. And we have the Sorcerer's Princess of Mickey, and then we have the Bright Spring with the dinosaurs, and then we have the Pastoral Symphony with the mythical creatures, the fawns, the unicorns, centaurs, centaurettes, and we also have Dance of the Hour with the hippo, ostriches, hippos, the elephants, and then the alligators, and then Night at Bull Mountain with Jitterbug with that evil devil out of the movie. Fantasia is another anime classic that I want to add to my digital collection. And with Fantasia 2000 to go with it too. But hopefully Fantasia joins that collection. Anyways, that's there's probably more Disney animated movies that I might add to my digital collection, but that's it for this list. What is your 20? How many Disney movies? How many animated Disney movies do you have in your movies in your account or Vudu? If you guys use those, be sure to know. I would love to know about what you. Do you use this movie? Do you use Movies Anywhere or Vudu? Watch them digital? Or do you watch them on Disney Plus? Anyways, that was it for this video, but hopefully somewhere down the line I'll make another 20 theme list, but that was just my picks for this. Hopefully hopefully the next video will be what live action movies will be added. Anyways, that'll be it for this video. Stay tuned for more videos in the future.